Hi everyone, it's actually the next day. I couldn't get to the second part of this until today, so it's Tuesday, July 30th today, at least I hope it is. So that's the stuff I was showing you on the wall, and then I have one of my metal shelving units, and this is the one that I try to keep looking pretty nice. I still have to, I want to tidy up the boxes more than they are now. But every box on here, on the first 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves is decorative. They're almost all like the big suitcase type, or the bigger ones like that one there with the flip lid. And also up there I have a birdhouse. Actually I have 2 birdhouses, you just can't see the other one, that I still hope to decorate. Up there on the top, everything is labeled, and that says pink, red, peach, yellow, orange laces and trims. And then the next shelf down is mostly laces and trims as well, except for I do have some ribbon up there. I have small boxes that have glue sticks and blades for my cutter, and I have a box of flowers and butterflies. This shelf here is kind of messy still, and I'm going to show you a couple things, or I'm going to point them out to you. So right there is another Sasha doll. That's my other boy doll, and during transport from Washington to Florida, his head fell off, and unfortunately getting a head back on a doll of this kind is very difficult, because it's the kind where they have one elastic band inside that is attached to the legs, the arms, and the head. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do about him yet, but I need to either fix him or get him fixed. Then the boxes that are on there are mostly, there's alphas and words I have there. I have some beading supplies. I have appliques there. I have a box over there on the far right hand side that is full of stuff for a giveaway. And you may be able to see let me see if I can point it out right there. That's the stack of paper that I'm saving. That is paper that I don't want, mostly from Stacks. Then if I move down to the next shelf, on this shelf I have more boxes with things like note cards in them. I think there's some laces, ribbons, things like that. The little pin cushion right there, that was a gift, and I use it all the time. There is one box there, which is that one there, that I actually made myself. Well, I didn't make the box myself, but I decorated it myself. And then I have 2 lower shelves down there, and I'm not going to really show you those, but what's down there is on that second bottom shelf is all my notebooks, because I use notebooks a lot. And then a whole bunch you can see over here, you can't really tell what it is, but it's a whole bunch of framed photos that I don't know yet where to put them, or if I'm going to put them up in the new house. Sorry, I'm going to move the chair out of the way here. And then on the bottom there is my shipping shelf. So I have like envelopes and shipping tape and tissue paper and stuff like that down there, and my scale sits down there. Then we can move around, and there's my desk and my awesome 2 lights. Actually that one up there, and I'm going to sort of just point to it right in here. The plastic has broken, but the light itself is still fine, and it has that magnifying glass attached to it, which I love. And then where's my second dot light? Oh yeah, my daughter borrowed my second dot light, that's right. And then this is all the stuff I was showing you on my video yesterday when I did a haul. Then if I move around, I have a lamp. I haven't figured out what to do with it yet. I have a little tiny box there, that one, and when things fall off of pages, as they do, and I find them, I pop them in that box. And then when I'm putting the pages into plastic sheets, the protectors. If there's something missing, I look in that box to see if I have it. And then I'm going to show you one thing here, because I no longer live with Miss Cora. I haven't seen Cora right now since January. I miss her so much. So I thought I would show you a picture. That is a pretty recent picture. I think it was from May. She took ballet and tap for like, I don't know, a couple months. But gymnastics, it turns out, is her thing. I'm going to pull it closer to you so you can see her face properly. Her hair is starting to get longer, which is really cool. She has very, very fine hair, just like me. And very blonde hair, just like her mother. Anyway, gymnastics is her thing, which was true for her mom and her aunt as well, so I'm not surprised. I have on my desk still one of those, I don't know what they're called. Again, I'm going to point with my finger in front of the camera. Those things there, it's pink and it holds a whole bunch of stuff and it spins. And I still use that. And I use it for all kinds of stuff. My pens, my tape measures, my scissors. Pretty much everything that I use frequently, I try to put up there. Except for the stuff under the table, which I'll show you in a sec. I have then also a couple of the like dividers, the letter dividers things right there. And like I have my address book in there. I have lists of names in there. I have the current notebook that I'm using. I keep stuff like that up there. Up on the wall here, I have 3 pictures. So I don't know how well you can see them, but the top one says love. And then the bottom 2, one is a teacup and one is a mug. And I just like those. And so I wanted to put those up in here. Under my table, what I have, because I have so much less storage here, so I have to be like much more creative. So this looks like a huge mess right here, but it's just one large box. And all of my tools are in there. So all my punches, my paper cutter, my mat, my label maker is in there. But also I've got a bunch of, you can kind of see it at the top there. I have a bunch of, what are they called? Canvases in there too. And then I have a little teeny three drawer thing down there that I'm probably going to get rid of because I think it's too small for any of my supplies. And then over there I have three drawer containers. They're all labeled and they contain things like my inks. Oh, except the inks is not labeled. I just noticed that, so I need to fix that. All of my coloring pens are in there, and it turns out I have so many. I just found another set that's not even in that drawer. I probably have, and I have a separate drawer for my Copics too. So I probably have 150 plus, no, probably over 200 coloring pens. I have shimmer sprays down there. I have, and all my adhesives are down there, and they're separated between liquid and dry adhesive. So all these kinds of things are down there. Then, if we keep going around, this is where it may get a bit tricky. Oh no, it worked okay. Then we have my other 2 shelves. And as you can see, this room is a really weird shape. So it has this corner. So I had to figure out the best way to use the space available because this room also has to serve as a guest room if we ever get any guests come and stay. So I've managed to do it in a way that we can still fit a bed in here. We do not have a bed in here right now. We're going to use either we have a really high quality blow up mattress and we have a futon and we're going to use one of those too. Okay, I am going to move my thing right now because I want to be able to sort of show you better what's what. So up there on the top are all of my empty scrapbooks, and also over, hold on, this is so tricky, over there are all the mini scrapbooks that I made that don't have pictures in them, but they're like finished and ready to go. And then in that pink box right behind them are all the mini albums that are just, that were pre-made or that are need to be made, if that makes sense. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, then we have, apart from a couple of random scrapbooks which somehow made it down to that shelf, which they're not supposed to be there, we now have shelves and shelves of boxes. So again, every single box that you see is labeled, and what it is, with very few exceptions, is all of the stuff that I use to scrapbook, but that's not photos, but is like memorabilia. Hang on, I gotta pull over the chair, I have to sit down. So for instance, that one over on the far right there, the very top one is labeled us. So I have everything in there to do with my husband and myself. And then right below it, there's one that says wedding. And so I'm going to go back to working on a wedding album for friends. And I will eventually, hopefully, get around to doing our wedding album. We just had our 21st wedding anniversary and we still don't have a wedding album. But anyway, so that's what that shelf is there. And then right there you see a little black fan that I decorated myself. Then on this shelf we have, again, more boxes, including one that's empty, so it isn't labeled, but then bags and tags, nature themed embellies, and then another Chris and I. So we have 2 boxes. A lot of people have 2 boxes in my system, but anyway. The teddy bear was a Valentine's gift from Chris, so I keep that. And then the hamster, I wish I could make it do its thing for you, but it needs a battery. I haven't got a new battery for it yet, but it swings its nunchucks. And what does it sing? I'm Too Sexy, I think. Or is it? No, it's Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting. That's right. And it's hysterical and it makes me laugh, so I have kept it. Then I have smaller containers. Again, they are all labeled. And I have my stamps over there. I don't have a lot of stamps. I'm not a big stamping person. So they're there. I have my stickles over there. And then I have words that are... I actually have 2 things of words. I've got to figure that one out because I don't know what's where at the moment particularly. And then I have just general embellishments that are organized by color. So I have pink and red together. I have blue, green, and purple together. I have neutrals. I have another pink and red one because pink and red, or pink especially, is the one I use the most. And then I also have one that's just vintage. Then on the next shelf down, we have more of those boxes. I can see one over there that says performances. So anything that my daughter, my husband, or I performed in goes in there. Like, actually 2 of them that say performances. So, you know, I mean, we have lots of programs. We have pictures of us from those shows and things like that. And then over to the left here is actually finished scrapbooks, I believe. Pretty sure, yeah. And those are actually going to go in the family room. They just haven't made it there yet. Then down here on that next shelf down, again, more of those boxes. I absolutely love these. I think, I don't know, the 13 or 13 and a half square boxes, and I just basically kept buying them every time I would find them on sale at Michael's. I'd buy like 4 of them or 6 of them, and I have found them so useful. And when I moved, they were absolutely brilliant because I was able to put all of my paper in them. This is all like organizing them and putting other things in them. That's mostly happened since I've lived in this house. And then on that bottom shelf there, I have a few books down right there. I keep just a very few books in here. I have a fairy book. I have a couple of scrapbooking books. I have a couple of coloring books there. That's about it. Oh, and name books I keep in here too. And then moving over again, more of those containers. Those ones are empty. And then in the corner, the very corner over there, you can see I have a bunch of clear containers, and that is all my beading supplies over there. Then if we move around, and hopefully I don't make you sick doing this, I'm trying to do it fairly slowly. I want to show you that. So my older daughter gave me a create sign. So I snuck that on the wall over there. And then we have my thing of which I am so proud. Not really, but kind of. So if I've told this story before, if you've like seen my scraproom stuff before, but for those who haven't, I used to work at a scrapbook store. It was only in existence for a few months, but I worked there the whole time it was open. And when they closed, I sold their excess stock on eBay for them. And sort of as a thank you for doing that, I was basically able to take whatever I wanted from the store. So I took this. This is one of the things that I took, and I absolutely freaking love it. So the right side, most of the right side, is just papers divided by colors, 12 by 12s, and that goes all the way down to my bottom one is pink right there. Below that I have smaller, I have 6 by 6s and one, I think just one that is the matte size, you know. And then below that, all the rest of those shelves there are all pages that I think are in page protectors, but still need to go in albums. And then if I go back up to the top again, on the very top there, that bag that you can see right there, that has my daughter's stuff from when she went on a trip to Italy. Over on the further side over there are just a bunch of frames that I want to decorate. And then the white, you can kind of see there's a bag with white stuff in it, and that's flowers that I dyed. So that's what those are. And then this side, all the way down there, everywhere where you can see those plastic bags sticking out, those are kits that I have made myself. I have found that when I put stuff into kits, I do much better with scrapbooking because I have everything I need right there. Then we have my pads of paper, of like pattern papers, and a couple of loose specialty papers in there as well. And then we go down, and starting about there and all the way down, that is mostly, there are some page protectors in there, but that middle section there is mostly pages, again, that need to get put away. And then also at the bottom, at the very bottom down there, I have stickers that are divided by subject because they're really specialized, like dogs or driving, you know, things like that. Okay? So if we then move over, so now we're on the final wall going back towards the door. I have the word create right there, and I decided to put it right up on the edge of the wall there. I had it horizontal before, but I was like, no, I'm going to put it vertical this time. I made that. I'm going to move the tripod. Sorry if that bothers you there. Right there, I'm going to zoom into that because it's really cute. I'm probably gonna have to adjust, yeah. It just says laughter Cheers the Heart. And I just bought that actually at Goodwill because the little flowers look like forget-me-nots, which are my absolute favorite flowers. So I had to have that. Then I have a, sorry about that. My camera just went all wonky. There we go. Then I have a board that I made myself. And it actually has lots of stuff behind the cards that you can see. But it's covered up by the cards because I mean, I've had it for years and I'm like, I don't care. So those are cards that other scrappers have made for me over the years, and a tag, and I love that. And then I'm going to move this again because I really want to show you this. And some of you have already seen this, but this is the first time I've actually had it up. So this is a picture of the Christmas and seasonal items, and then the craft items area at the rummage sale that I worked for 7 years, I believe it was. And, whoa! Okay, sorry about that. That was really bad. And if I could edit, I would edit that out. We'll see, maybe I'll be able to. I really, really need to learn how to edit. So, this whole area is like Christmas and seasonal, and it's actually massive. But that sitting right there with the sort of, you can tell, curly hair with back to the artist, that's me. Because that was my baby. That was what I did, the craft section. So, yep, that's me right there. And I bought that so that, because I was like, no one else should have that. I'm in it. I want it. So I got it, and I'm so glad to finally have it up, and this is the exact spot that it should be, I think, in my craft room. I have a hook that my daughter bought me, and that's it. And then if you keep sort of going around, you just get back to the door again. So this whole wall here, and if I come out slowly, you'll be able to see. Oh, we also have another light. I have a triple light fixture right there, and I have a fan on the floor because it gets really hot in here, because this is one of the few rooms that doesn't have a ceiling fan. But you can see that there's plenty of room to put the bed or futon or whatever. And I've made sure I didn't put like anything too low on the wall over there. So that's it, guys. That's my new scrap room. I'm really pleased with how I've organized it so far. I still have some work to do, but I'm at a point now where I can actually, I've got you like just looking at a bare wall. That's boring, isn't it? I've got to the point where I can actually scrap. And that was what I wanted to do, was to get it to that point, because I'm like, I just get crazy when I don't get to craft for like months on end. So I have already done a few little things since we've been here, but I haven't really got into the meat of it, and I want to do that. So, okay, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this look at my scrap room. And if there's anything that you want to see like up close, or if you have any questions or anything, just write it down below. I'd be happy to show you, like if you have a question about how I do my kits or anything like that, or I don't know, whatever, just let me know. Okay, all right, take care, bye.